Oh. Hola, hola. I'm trying to see here. Let me go. Hola, hola. We are live. We are live. We are live in the city. Live in the city. Hola, 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 hola. What did Carry On Bell Collector say? Oh, what is it? ¿Cómo está le she konnichiwa? What's up, y'all? What's up, girl? What's up, y'all? Can y'all see me on the screen? Let me know if you can see me on the screen, girl. She is down here, girl, on a Sunday afternoon. Me on a Sunday afternoon, just jamming the oldie tune, sipping on a cold bottle, a brewski. Y'all remember Lighter Shade of Brown? We were chilling in the park. Yes, just waiting for the sun to go down. It was me and Cheryl and the homies, a lighter shade of brown on a Sunday afternoon. Yes, I haven't watched it yet. Shout out. Okay, let me give a shout out. Look at my microphone. Let me give a shout out to y'all. Okay, can y'all see me on the screen? Okay. Wake up, wake up, makeup slay, girl. I just saw, let me get this out of my face. I just saw your down to the TikTok. I was like, yes, bitch. Get it together, girl. Yes. Diva, Nita the Diva, Alana, Ashley. Hey, y'all. Hi, 5959. Belle. Hello, Belle. Hey, Kayla. Hey, Nelly Nell. Miss Tommy D. Yes. Come on, Kiki Star. Suspicious. Hey, Diva. Ooh, yes. Take a dip. Michelle. Hey, y'all. Black, bald, and beautiful. Yes, the ma'am. Hey, I am Leo Aries. I am Virgo Aries. Hey, Matt. Hey, Latoya. Miss Latoya Hill. Bellicious. Ashley. Who else is out here? Yes. Okay, y'all can see me. Okay, you can see and hear. Okay. Yes, flew out to the cuckoo's nest. Y'all these names, baby. Okay, so what are we talking about? You know, we don't have nothing to talk about, girls. So whatever y'all want to talk about, let's go. Yes. Yes. Come on. I have my sandwich over there. Hold on 1 second. Because I'm gonna go on and off camera because I have some food and it's about to get I don't want it to get cold. And I have me a nice little coffee shake, iced coffee shake. I should have got some boba in there. Hola. Hola, 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 Jennifer. Char, Raquel. If I missed your name, Yasmin, I see you. Tommy, Beach Girl, Jay. Is it AJ? It's AJ. The AJ effect. The little strong. Okay, so what y'all want to talk about? Who got a DUI? Yeah, I have a little croissant, egg, and cheese little thing over there. Hey. So what do y'all want? Yeah, we ready to talk, girls. Sunday afternoon. I haven't watched Love and Marriage Huntsville. I don't really watch. I mostly watch the clips. Girl. And then I haven't watched Bell Collective yet. Justin Timberlake was he was really drunk, wasn't he? I said, "Ooh, ooh, girl, ooh, girl, you had a little bit too much to drink." I didn't watch the whole thing. I got bored after a while. I was like, "Oh, this is boring," because he was really compliant. Did at any time did he become non-compliant? Yeah, I'm rolling the weed up too. Oh, and Ghana on that reefer. Yes. Come on. Shout out to everybody in Ghana. Did y'all see I don't know. I didn't watch Justin Timberlake's full thing. Like I said, I got bored after a while. I got to the part where he was making him do the eye test, where he was like making him follow, like, don't look at my hand, but follow this finger right here. That's I was like, no, Justin. I got a do-rag on, y'all. Not to be confused with that monster over there. The silence. He's not a whisper anymore. He's silenced. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know if I'm even rolling this right. Okay. So hold on. Give me 1 second. Okay. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me get my stuff. I'm still on mic, so I can still see y'all. Hey, y'all. Yeah, he was gone. I saw Justin real quick get his test, and then trying to get my phone, and then get his test, and then that I didn't watch the whole thing. It seemed like it was pretty long. It seemed like it was pretty long to me. Was that the only? Well, I the only one to think that. And then Afro Man, I gotta. I remember when that stuff with Afro Man was happening, when those people were trying. He was like putting them on blast, and they were trying to sue him. I remember that, but I wasn't paying attention because I was like, "Is that Afro Man?" Because I got high Afro Man. I was like, "Is this another Afro Man? Where has he been? Why is he in the news?" So that was I need to like get up to date on what was happening with Afro Man. Yeah. Hey, Diva. Mm-hmm. Is he? Is he? I did not know that. No, I mean, I don't know nothing about Afro Man. Hell, I didn't even know Afro Man was still alive, to be honest. I didn't know nothing about it. But yeah, he was like making videos. I remember when that, I feel like I remember when that happened. Did I put it together that was Afro Man, or I just didn't give a damn? But he won. Is he? I figured with all them damn, that's unfortunate. But I mean, he used the law. He stayed within the rights of the law. So, okay. That's what I'm saying. Come on, he's a melon felon supporter. A melon felon. You know, the melon felon. Called a melon felon. Y'all, this reminded me, I don't know why this reminded me of when you said Mama's lemon pound cake, I thought of Mama Tina. I want to know when we started calling her Mama Tina. When did she get that name? When did we start calling her Mama Tina? Hey, AJ, I'm eating, y'all. I'll come back on camera in a second. What? I think they determined that wasn't real. That she said something about like, "Ooh, he's available now," or something like that. And then Michael B. Jordan said something back. But we determined that was not a real text exchange or a conversation or comments. Yes, it was AI. That, remember, I was just talking. Yeah, I was just talking about that. Yeah, it was AI. The picture with Tyler Perry and Marlo was AI, y'all. I think even more now, as if we gonna be gossiping, at least we need to make sure we gossiping about the right stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? At least let the stuff be. I don't know. I just don't like the AI stuff, really. It really is very creepy how somebody can just create an image like with Marlo Hampton and Tyler Perry, right? Yeah, I did. I saw them. Where was that comment? Hold on. Sorry, I'm back. Am I back? Can y'all see me? I don't know what the fuck I did. I'm trying to eat at the same time. I pushed something, trying to put a comment on the screen. Okay, I'm still going. I'm up. Yeah, I just went off the screen real quick. I'm back. Can everybody hear me? Okay, perfect. Yeah, what was I saying? I was talking about the AI pictures. Yeah. I think used responsibly, right? When you just want to see a picture of yourself as the Cheshire cat in Alice in Wonderland, we got a problem. You know? Happy Sunday. Mm. And okay, so I always have to talk about the patriarchy when it comes to to any topic. AI, okay. When your your history as a woman and as women, we were killed because of our brains, intelligence, all the things that we contributed to society and culture at the time, the medicine women, the shamans, the creative life force behind the entire community. But then men started to claim that women were witches so they can take their properties. Like widows, they would say that they were witches to take their property. Killed a bunch of medicine women, herbalists, shamans, and then repurposed it and repackaged it as their own. Okay. You understand? You see where I'm going? Okay. So maybe not yet. Okay. So they've repurposed it and packaged it as their own. And now everybody thinks like there's a literal father of gynecology, right? They think that large portions of society believe that men created all of this, right? So now we have women in society. We're not quite equal, but we're functioning in society not as oppressed as we were. And like with the music industry and every place where people are allowed to be creative, there are going to be groups of people who want to circumvent the beauty of creativity because they can't create it themselves. So when you start to use a system that is a detriment to Mother Nature to circumvent creativity and to give you a false package that you created something and you just used something inhuman to create it, now you have circumvented creativity. And now, again, your creativity is not really your creativity, but messages and data that has been put together and delivered to you in a package. So you didn't even really create it. So now, knowing that AI is resources are water, water is mother, right? And so here we are again, another example of the feminine creativity being thwarted by machinery, production. Once again, do you understand what I'm saying? I have that. I have that as a tattoo. Water is life in Spanish, though. but I have a tattoo that says that. Mother Earth, Mother Nature. Do you understand where I'm going with that? So now we have another example of jumping over the creator and then repurposing it, repackaging it using other people's data, and then delivering it like you created it. But then knowing that this false creation is actually harming mother. So now I know people like everything ain't about the patriarchy, ain't everything about. No, these men have created systems to circumvent creativity while draining Mother Earth. Yeah? You feel me? You understand? Okay. That's what I feel about AI. When I came into the awareness, right? Because when we know better, we do better. So when I came into the awareness that AI, right? Because we've been using AI, Grammarly and stuff like that, right? We use AI. When you use any kind of automation, that's artificial intelligence, right? Working for you on the, on the back end. So you see that a lot when you're on Instagram and you think you're really engaging with this creator's post, and you leave a comment and you get an email from them or inbox from them. And you're like, girl, I was just saying great photo, and now you're trying to sell me something. That's an automation tool. That's AI. Yes, destroying the resource because they don't have the ability to create. And that's why it kind of makes me feel a certain way, because I know that women use AI a lot. Men use it a lot, but I feel like women are using it a lot more because we are always creating. And now you're using a tool to help you create, maybe formulate your thoughts, maybe, do a spell check, maybe check your punctuation, right? Things like that. Yeah, we're live. Hey, Diva, we're live. But yeah, spell check is that kind of automation. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's mediocrity trying to push its way to the front because it doesn't have the ability to create. Okay, let me I'll remember this part of the video so we can so I can remember that. Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like while we want to get away from it, I feel like we're at a point where it isn't feasible to move completely away from it. Can you see me? You can see my I'm on video. Wait a minute, girl. You ain't supposed to see me. I'm eating. Hold on. Hold the fuck on. Hold on, girl. Can you see my face? Tell the truth. Okay, because I'm eating and I was really in here stuffing my face. Okay. Girl, I was about to shut the whole live down. I'm really in here stuffing my face. Okay, I'm not on video. Okay, I'll be on video in a second because I'm eating my little croissant sandwich from the local donut shop. Okay. Girl, I was about to shut the whole live down. Not y'all watching me eat this entire time, girl. Absolutely not. Oh, maybe so. Maybe you are behind on the video because I was live. But then I'm also tripping because on this computer, it shows that the green light is on, like the camera is on. Girl, we're about to be disconnected. All right. So, okay. So, okay, good. Okay, good. We back. Okay. So what were we saying? Okay, so we got to be more responsible. I feel like we got to be more responsible with AI. I think we're past the point of I'm really over here tearing this food up for real, for real. So I think we're at the point where I think we're past the point of like completely or 100% not using it. But I feel like it should just be more responsible, knowing what it's doing to the earth, to mother. Okay, girl, y'all was about to get the dial tone. You know, I'll hit y'all with a dial tone at the end of the video. Girl, now I was about to choke. Girl. All right. The whole live, girl. You hear me? Then I was about to choke. And I really like feel away because now I see like content creators using AI for their thumbnails. And I was like, damn, I just really got good at doing. Sorry. I'm sorry. My grandfather said something went down the wrong pipe. Okay. I see the thumbnails and it's like, I'm looking at the thumbnail and it's AI and makes me not want to click on the video because I don't know if the video is AI. You understand what I'm saying? Happy Sunday to you too. Yeah, laughing and eating. Yeah, I'm about to damn choke. Yeah, the AI thumbnails. I mean, and then I just was on the blogs earlier and I saw 50 Cent posted an AI video of Usher and Justin Bieber fighting. And I'm like, you really just used some energy for that. You know what I mean? Yeah, and it's taken, AI has taken over my nightly history videos. It's so obvious. Yeah, and even me, like I listen to a lot of Alan Watts lectures, and I literally have to go back at least 6 years. If the video has been up there 6 years and longer, then I'll listen to it. Otherwise, I believe that it's just someone taking Alan Watts' voice and creating an AI, video. Hey Diva, hey Shed. Hey y'all, yes, honey, this is Barbara. This is Barbara, girl. I'm calling you on a Sunday afternoon to talk about the people. Talking, laughing, eating, about to smoke. I'm really about to be over here choking. But luckily the Aquarius is here. I'd have to be very specific in how to save my life, but he's here. Yeah. And so they've gotten a hold to Alan Watts's, voice and have created lectures. So if it's something new, like literally, I will not watch a lecture, an Alan Watts lecture, if it's older or if it's less than 6 years old. Because I know 5 years ago, nobody was using AI to make these videos. Can't even watch a good history, video essay. It's just yeah. Mm-hmm. And then even Real Housewives of Atlanta, the cast shot looks completely AI. I'm like, what? Y'all don't have a creative department? Y'all don't have a creative department down to Bravo? Why are you guys using AI images to introduce the new cast of Real Housewives of Atlanta? That's so fucking lazy to me. I'm sorry. That's lazy. You have an entire creative department. Why isn't one of those graphic designers in there making a whatchamacallit for Real Housewives of Atlanta? That picture that they shared looked like AI to me. The motherfuckers got 6 fingers. you know, even they noticed at my son's school, they're on strike. The teachers are on strike right now. And I guess they wanted to give an image of the kids are in school doing well. And to the school district's Instagram page, the kids noticed that they are using those images were AI. And then the students are in the comments on the school district's page calling them out for using AI. Yep, they called them out. It's cheaper. It doesn't require a lot of you tell it what to do and it does it. But then it gives you back information sometimes that's completely incorrect and inaccurate. Hey. Yep. But they got to pay somebody to run it. That's why there's a push for people to become proficient in AI, because they need somebody to run it. You understand? This part as well. You don't even know. Have you guys ever seen the movie V for Vendetta? I would urge you to rewatch it if you haven't watched it. And Black Mirror. If you haven't watched Black Mirror, I'm going to go back and start rewatching Black Mirror, because you just got it's obvious, and you can't even trust proof of life videos, because you don't know. You have to find somebody who is like an expert in identifying that. And I believe a lot of kids like Gen Z, they're experts at identifying AI. My son could look at something, he'd be like, that's AI, look, and then he'll start pointing at stuff in the image. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When you're not using it for, if you're using it just so you could see yourself as, you know, you want to see what you would look like if you were Laura Croft. You know what I'm saying? Watch the Matrix trilogy as well. Yes. V for Vendetta. Yeah. Yep. It's like to remind you, like, a lot of this stuff, your television programming, and then like Ellison Media being over all these television programs. You think BET is shutting down because they just don't like the programming or the product? No, they're getting rid of a lot of things so that they can control what you see. That's why I got my ass the fuck off of TikTok. People are on TikTok are already seeing the suppression of information based on who is in control of this app now. You understand? Like even Timberland, how dare you, as a person who produces music, to even engage with a so-called AI rapper. And then what adds insult to injury is that the AI rapper is not even Black. Like, what? Like, you really jumped out the window, my nigga. You're a whole producer, a whole creator. Yeah, I take it a little deeper into being outside of the status quo. Erica, did you know that the Matrix is an allegory for trans activism? Yes, and both of the creators of the Matrix are trans women. Wachowski. I don't know if they call them sisters now. Isn't that their last name? Wachowski. Isn't that the last name? Yeah, but with the Matrix, I always understand that we are in a matrix. And when you're outside of the matrix, that's like a trans identity is completely outside of the matrix, right? So yeah. Yeah, I'm like, Timberland, what? You don't even make sense, bro. Yep. and men. Don't forget the men's. Don't forget the men's. But I think it's ridiculous for you to be an actual producer, a creator of music, and then believe like, oh, I want to do AI and I'm going to make an AI rapper. And then I'm going to make that AI rapper look Asian. Girl. What? Okay, now here's a little bit more. Look. So the concept. I wouldn't put it past them. That's crazy. That's insane. That's too much. Okay, I'm almost finished with my food. Yeah, that's terrible. Was it a black woman? Yeah. Here you go. Was it a black woman? Was it a black woman? Hey, Elle. Girl. Well, there you go. Full circle. That's a damn shame. Uh-oh. Here we go. I didn't follow that. I didn't hear about it. I just heard that. I heard the allegory part of it, the trans allegory part. I heard that. Yeah. All right. What else y'all want to talk about? Let's move on. So we talk about AI. We can't get into Afro Man because I don't really know. Like, I'm not really up to date on the case. I just know he made videos of those people and they tried to sue him, and he won for freedom of speech. Mm-hmm. How do I take this down? Right, because AI does not have human experience. It doesn't have human experience. It doesn't have human experience, and that's the bottom line. How can you write and you don't even have the experience? How can you get deep into the emotion of a particular character and you don't have the experience or can't draw on the experience? Okay, what's their names? Okay, I heard Delicious. I heard that Gary with the T, when they delivered what Candy and Todd got, how the divorce settlement, I heard that was a lie as well, girl. I heard that wasn't true. Candy came out and said that wasn't true. Yep. I was going to change your whole perspective. Because the gods were women. Our gods were like had breasts. The gods, all the gods. You know what I'm saying? There were female. There were women. Okay. Okay. Wake up. Makeup. Hey, Brussels. Yeah. Right. That's what I want to know, because I saw Gary. I reposted it to my Twitter of Gary giving out all of the information, and I was like, okay, here, I reposted it, because where did he get his information from? Y'all are on the radio. Y'all not checking your stuff before. I'm thinking it's okay because they're on the radio. You understand what I'm saying? I'm thinking it's like, okay, they've done some. They put the little, I don't know. It's like we can't even gossip good, because at least if we gossip, we know there's a little bit of truth to it. It's a little bit of gossip, and we just adding our own little gossip and stuff. But now we can't even gossip because the damn thing is a lie. Yeah, I was in Rodney's live last night as well, and he said that Todd moved back into that condo in New Jersey. Well, at least he took Carrie Bradshaw's advice, because Amy sure didn't, dummy. I wonder what Amy is doing right now. Okay. So Candy and Todd's settlement, I don't know what the real settlement is. I guess we'll never know. I'm on the blogs right now looking and seeing what's going on. I'm on Hollywood Unlocked. And girl, I really do not want to talk about, oh, look at Vivica Fox. She looks nice. I really do not. Oh, did y'all hear about Doja Cat sending her father a link to a adult film site, a male on male adult film site, when he was acting like he couldn't, he didn't know how to get in her tickets to her concert. Did y'all hear that about that? And now he's coming to the front saying that he's not a deadbeat, and that she's been brainwashed by her white Jewish mother. I would go to Instagram, but when I go to Instagram on my desktop, it I have to do a two-part authentication, and I don't know how to do it. Yeah, but yeah, that's the reason why. And that's what's so crazy is you coming out talking shit about her and her mom just proves that you are what you say you are what she says you are. They come to the front and just prove, oh, you are a deadbeat. Yeah, she said it was a lie. Candy said it was all a lie. Well, I'm sure one of these T pages will get a hold of those court documents, because they were unsealed. So I'm sure they'll find a way to get a hold of those, to get a hold of that. Okay, hold on 1 second. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Okay, now I can come on camera. Okay. Where's my lip do? Okay, come on without my lip stuff. Okay, hold on. Here, I'm back. Okay. Wait, hold on. I gotta get myself together. Got to make sure your nose is clean. Got to make sure your lips are glossed up. Yeah, hit the like. Hit the like for me, please. Okay, y'all. Okay. Okay, let's see. I know I don't have my... I gotta get my lip dew. So I got this. Oh no, this is the other one that I have. This is crazy. Look how many lip glosses I have in my purse. Here's one. Okay, you see this one? 1, 2, 3. 4. This is just in my purse, okay? It's just in my purse. Hold on. Hold it. Let me see. I think that's it. That's crazy, huh? 4 lip glosses in the purse. Was I funny? What was I saying that was funny? That don't make no sense. Girl, why you got all them? Well, they all do something different, okay? Okay. This one is like a oh no, this one's the clear one. The other one is over there. It's like a brown, almost like a mocha color. Yeah. And then this one is called Lawless. I think I got this off of TikTok shop. And it's it says, don't forget the filler lip plumping line smoothing gloss. And this one has like a color to it. See the color? That's the color. You see the color? And I got this on TikTok Shop. So this has a little color. I'm a natural diva. You see, I do natural. And then this is a lip mask by Laneige. That's the lip mask. It's a sleeping mask, something you put on your lips at night, but I wear it all the time. And then this one is a hyaluronic lip booster. I think I got this is at I don't know if I got this from their website or I got it from Kohl's. Yeah, this one is in grapefruit. I have this in grapefruit. And you see, I did a new set. Remember I told y'all I wanted to do a new set, so I did a new set yesterday. And they're like yellow, like a pale yellow, because it's springtime. They call me mellow yellow. And you hear the kids outside screaming. Oh, really? Yeah, I love a good lip gloss. I have to really really have some self-control. When I see lip glosses, I have to just okay, I'm not going over there because I'll end up buying stuff. Yes. I'm glad. I'm gonna put you girls on to some good stuff. Yeah, Edam is good. And the reason why I started wearing Edam is because a friend of mine, their daughter is a model for them. And so I was, supporting. So she did some of I think she knows the people. For some reason, I think she knows the people. For some reason. But yeah. Hey, Montrez. Okay, so yes, it's really good. I wear it all the time. But it says it's a sleeping mask, girl. This says it has vitamin C, coconut oil. I don't know why it says I have to sleep in it, but I'm wearing this one's in grapefruit. I love it. Maxine is good. Oh, thank you for asking. She is so good. She hasn't had a seizure. She hasn't had any more seizures. She is eating well. She's running up the steps, skipping steps, running up the steps. I really honestly think that Maxine is tricking us with her hearing abilities. I think she can hear sometimes. Because the other day I was whistling. Sometimes when if I'm whistling, I don't know if it's the frequency, but she'll turn around and look. And then if I clap or do something, she'll turn around and look. And then she's always looking over her shoulder because she's very sneaky. And she's always in something where she shouldn't be, like snooping around in something. Yeah. And I think that's what it is. Like when I clap. Yeah, she's doing really good. She hasn't had any other instances, and she's not on any medications, nothing. Girl, yeah. So Maxine, our girl Maxine is doing good. Yes. So thank you for asking. Yeah. She be acting like she works all day, honey. She be laid out. I posted her to my Instagram. She's laid all off on the side of her pillow is right here, but her head is on the floor. Her body's on the pillow, but her head is on the floor. I'm like, girl, you act like you've been working a 12-hour shift and ain't done nothing. Yes, our girl Maxine Sugar Baker Shaw. Yes, attorney at law. Her name is Maxine Sugar Baker Shaw. Sugar Baker from the Sugar Bakers of Designing Women, and Maxine Shaw from Living Single, because she's always hungry. Yeah, she's always hungry. Yeah. Yeah, she's old. Maxine is how old is Maxine? 14, 15? Yeah, she's old. She's a Leo too. Her birthday's in August. Yeah, that's Maxine Shaw, honey. And I have a little song for her, but I be singing to her still. I know she can't really hear me, but I still sing to her. And then like last night I was cooking, and she's not allowed in the kitchen, but I was cooking steak, and she like eases her way into the kitchen, and pretty soon I'll be cooking. I'll look back and she's right behind me like, hey girl, you want to give me a piece of meat? Yes. She stays in the kitchen. Girl, I'd be like, get out. Maxine Shaw and this Maxine Shaw in the kitchen. Get out of the kitchen. I've had her since she was, I think she was 2 or 3 years old. Like the boys have had her their whole life. Yeah, so I got her in 2012 or 2011. Yeah. Yeah, I still sing to her. She has her song. And then we are like in our household, we act like it's a sitcom. Okay, for Maxine's sake, it's funny. We act like it's a sitcom, and so she has her little adventures, and then we have like a little from going from one scene to the next. We have a transition song for her, like on a television show. So when it goes from one scene to the next, we have like a transition song in our house for her. I don't know. It's almost like because she's the main character, and we are the co-stars of her sitcom. Yeah. So that's our little Maxine. But yeah, she's doing good, and thank you for asking. She's doing well. You know, chasing after bugs and animals, and yeah, she's doing good. I have, you know what's so funny? Well, it wasn't really a kid's book. I wrote a book about my son's milestones. And I actually made it on, remember Shutterfly? I don't know if they still have Shutterfly, but Shutterfly has this capability where you can take pictures and you can make books out of them. So I took a picture, and then for each of his milestones, I wrote a little story. And he was a secret agent, and I was his secretary. So I was doing all the typing, like in our book. I was doing the typing. I was his assistant, and his adventures were his milestones. And then every adventure that was his milestones, I had a picture, and then there was a little story on the bottom. Yeah. Oh, okay. We can talk about Brandy and Shyne. Yeah, so thank y'all for asking about Maxine. I'll let her know that you guys asked for her and are sending her your wishes. Yeah, I know. I saw them. The people that own, they're very close. Life Touch, Shutterfly, they're close to those people in them files. Yeah. Yeah, so he was like a secret agent, and his missions were his milestones. So, yeah. So I have I have 4 books for each quarter. So for each quarter, I made, 1 to 4 months and stuff like that. So he has them. I wasn't able to do it for my second son. I didn't have the time to do it. I feel bad. But but they do have their own websites, because I did make them websites when they were little, to chronicle their life. So what do I think about, where is this about Brandy and now, oh yeah, and then Latto being pregnant. Now I have 2 things about this. So let's talk about Brandy and Shyne first. In the order of the events. I believe that in a conversation between that Cameron, Mace on their podcast, if you don't know, Cameron and Mace on their podcast had Shyne, the rapper, the politician, I guess you call him a politician, had him on their show. And I guess towards the end of the episode, Cameron asked Mace and Shyne, didn't y'all deal with Brandy at the same time? What was the deal with Brandy? And so Shyne goes on to explain that as a young boy, he would see Moesha, he would see Brandy on TV, and he thought if he ever, got in her line, he would try to holler at her. He liked her. He thought like that was my dream. Like, she's my dream girl. Right. He says, and then when he came up, she was in the crosshairs, and that he was trying to snipe, trying to get at her, but he did not know that Mace was with her in a relationship or messing with her, whatever the dynamics are, we will never know. And that he basically like Mace was the winner out of it, right? Mace did not say anything. He just did a little laughing and changed his glasses. And he was like, Mace, you want to say something? And he was like, I don't have nothing to say. So then, oh, he did. I was wondering why he lost. Anyways, and so that conversation, I was like, oh, okay, it wasn't that bad. The thing that I thought was shady was him when he mentioned Kobe, and then the way that he said it, I heard that Kobe was her special friend. When you use a framing special friend, that leaves people to be like, what do you mean special friend? Was y'all dating? Was y'all fucking? What was y'all doing? Right? But I still didn't think it was that bad, considering the players in the room, because Cameron is the worst, and then Mace can be really bad as well. And then Shyne, men do, they submit to each other. And so what do they do when they're having locker room talk or barbershop talk? They start exaggerating. What do? They start making it seem like they had a different role in the story. You know what I mean? But then I saw another clip of him outside of somewhere. TMZ caught up with him, and Shyne, and what Shyne was saying that, well, Brandy lies. I said, oh no, nigga, no, shut up. Why would you even say that? I was like, oh, you done fucked up. You done fucked up, right? Well, that Brandy has basically a history of lying. Now that's true. Now he's not lying, but I don't feel like that should have been included in the conversation, because I'm sorry, I skipped over. Brandy came out and said he and I were platonic friends. And like I said in Rodney's live last night, she should have came out and said, my book is coming out and Shyne is nowhere in it. Have a good day. Right? We cannot forget that Shyne took the rap for another man. So he effectively, here we go. He effectively lies too. Right? But we know Brandy lies to uphold an image of perfection. Goody two shoes. I don't have no tattoos. I get married before I have a baby. So we know that Brandy lies. That's why I'm skeptical about the book. I don't know if she's going to tell the truth, or if she's going to give us the version of what she wants us to see. I feel like Shyne shouldn't have said anything about, well, we know Brandy lies, basically. And I'm like, yeah, we do, but. And then I feel like he has a right to share his story. I don't feel like the only thing that what men do is, like, when they want to share their story and they're amongst other men, they lie, exaggerate, embellish, right? To make themselves feel, right? Because they're performing masculinity, right? And so when I'm performing masculinity, I'm going to tell you a little bit more than what actually happened. That's what I'm saying. To me, when I heard them talk, I was like, "Oh, good. I'm glad that Brandy was doing what she wanted to do out of the confines of Sonia Norwood." So I feel like Shyne can share his story. I feel like he should have left Kobe Bryant out of her special little friend Kobe Bryant out of it. He could have said, "Yeah, I was trying to holler at her, but Mace had it on lock, and so I backed away." That would have been the end of the story. I don't think he gave the impression that they had a sexual relationship either. I felt like he was saying, I tried to holler at her. She was not checking for me. Maybe maybe I tried, trying to date her, court her, or whatever. But that's why I'm apprehensive about this memoir. Because is it going to be truthful? They always lying on their dick. Always. That's what I'm saying. This is what I didn't like. They caught him out of some building and he was like, well, you know that Brandy lies, and he said some other things, and then he ended it with Happy Women's History Month. I said, ugh, shut up. I don't like that. I do not like that. But like last night in Rodney's, this is a do-rag, y'all, so that's why it's looking crazy. But last night in Rodney's live, I was like, Brandy and Monica were like Michael Jackson and Prince, Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera. There's always going to be a good one and a bad one, right? Good cop, bad cop. Michael Jackson was the good one. Prince was the bad one. Christina Aguilera was the bad one. Britney Spears was the good one, right? Brandy was a good girl. Monica was the bad one. The fact that Brandy, I don't know whose idea it was. I hope she's honest about, I hope she's honest about that whole situation with that man and how it came about and why she lied about it. But I hope she keeps it up completely 100 in her book. Because if you don't, then people are going to be like, okay, Brandy. And it's so sad because girls to women have to maintain a certain image in order to be accepted, right? I think as we grow, we learn that authenticity is the best truth, right? Trying to, create narrative so that you can look a certain way. You understand? It's like, I hope she tells the truth. But I think Shyne, everything after his interview with Cameron and Mace, every other thing should have been, I don't want to say any more about it. I'm good. I already said what I had to say. I don't want to say any more about it. You understand what I'm saying? Hey, a lot of shame, but that is how a lot of us are raised, right? So you have the juxtaposition of she has to be mindful of her image, and Ray J's down the street filming adult films with Kim Kardashian, right? While Deja was having her hymen checked down to the gynecologist's office, King was outside having sex and having babies. Ray J can come down here, act a fool. Sonia comes to the front and says, my child and my child and my child. Now these niggas is on in a sewing circle talking about your daughter, making insinuations that can be construed to something else, and you don't come to the front and say, hey, y'all gonna stop talking about my daughter. You come to the front for a Ray J though. That's what I'm saying. I hope that Brandy tells the full truth. We have to walk around with shame. And the girls who don't walk around with shame, they're called whores and Jezebels. And unruly and aggressive and all the other things. Ray J is a man with how many children? A divorced man. I don't even know if they're divorced. Are him and Princess divorced? But he has 2 children and he was married. And you still coming to the front? Talking for him? And then he comes to the front and basically tells Mace, Cameron, and Shyne that he wants to have sex with them. What does that have anything to do with anything? How did you come to the front in defense of Brandy and tell these 3 men that you want to have sex with them and their mamas? Something, girl, come to the front for something. But this is just another example in real time that we have been able to see. Sonia comes to the front for Ray J, but doesn't come to the front for Brandy, even though these men are online talking about her. Right, because if there was no shame, they wouldn't have been able to sit up there like that. Exactly. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, hold on. I have to see. See, I'm not able to see. Sometimes when you guys make comments, certain keywords will hide the comment. And I do have the ability to show the comment, but not in StreamYard. So I have to look here. Okay. So if I'm looking down and I'm, because I don't have any. Oh, I do have a mod in the chat. Hi, Yannick. Hi, Suspicious. You're in the chat. Okay, so if you see, I think you're handling most of them. I'm not sure, but if they're like hidden, Belle is also in the chat. So if the comment is hidden, y'all read it, and then before you make it go live. Yeah, he didn't say, that's what I'm saying. He didn't really say nothing, but I think the interviews afterwards, he should have said, I don't have any comment. I'm good. Even with Beyonce, like, and it's so crazy with Beyonce and Solange. Solange is like she's a little troublemaker. And Beyonce is like, oh, and it wasn't, to me, for Beyonce, it wasn't until she got rid of Matthew, right? And Bow Down. And she had her crown on to let you hoes know that she was the baddest in the room. Right? And she told the girls to bow down. And she had a glass of brown liquor in her hand. I think that was her saying, okay, I'm done putting on a show for y'all. Because my father had me around here like Brandy, and I can't live like that. Right. Even Chloe and Haley. Right? Haley is a good girl, but she didn't ran off and had a illegitimate child. Chloe is vivacious, boom, hips, legs, and body. What is it? Legs, hips, and body. And they call her all kind of Jezebels and whores. And Haley's so innocent. And Haley has a baby with DDG. Chloe sitting over there. Big mama, no kids. Waiting for the right time. Okay. I saw it last night. Mm-hmm. Smiley. Diva. Yes. Yeah, I'm getting ready. You see, I had a little, I was ready. Yeah, they both look good. Both of them looked really good. Legs, hips, and body. Yeah, and then they always pick the girls, but the girls, I think I think the older we get, right, we say, you know what, I'm just gonna, whether they like it or not, I cannot change myself. There was one thing I heard, a quote, and I don't know who said it, but it was something to the effect, I can't remember the exact quote, but it was something to the effect that if you change yourself every time someone has a problem with how you present, you will end up whittling yourself down to nothing. If you keep like changing things about yourself because others are saying you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do this. Yeah, I saw them heifers. Down there. Okay, so are we good with Shyne and Brandy? And then what was the next one? It was something after that. What do we have on our agenda? Because I'm gonna get to them heifers. Simone and Gummy Bear, Toya. Oh, Latto. Okay. So Latto has a babe, is pregnant by 21 Savage. 21 Savage is pregnant, is married with a couple of kids. And I don't know if he's separated. I don't know what the dynamics of the relation, but I'm gonna keep this up here so I remember. But I don't know what the dynamics of the relationship is that he has with the wife, right? With his wife. Apparently the wife liked the announcement, the pregnancy announcement from Latto. Okay. First, me about what month are we in? March? Maybe about December or November, I would have been like, girl, what are you doing? Oh my God, why did you do that? Why are you getting pregnant by a man who's married with children? This is stupid. You have your whole life. Why are you doing this? Right. But now, today, March 22nd, I'm like, just give the baby your last name. I'm like, what's her name in Holiday Heart on the stairs. Girl, I'm just throwing everything in the air with these girls because y'all not gonna stress me out. Y'all not gonna stress me out. I don't know. To me, like I can go to like, why would you get pregnant by this man? Girl, why would you do this? Why would you do this? You know, why? Right? Yeah, I heard it was a green card situation. I don't know. But because in green card situations, do you have kids? I don't know. I mean, that kind of misses the whole point of the marriage. Why are we having kids now? That wasn't part of the deal. You know what I'm saying? But now, today, I'm here with just give the baby your last name. Count on the baby turning 18 before your relationship does. This so-called relationship that you had with 21 Savage. Hopefully, all I can say is hopefully he stays present in the child's life. And give the baby your last name. That's all I can do. Y'all not gonna wear me out. I'm done. I can't do nothing. Y'all not gonna stress me out. These girls are having these babies with these, and I just can't. I can't. All I can say is, girl, just give the baby your last name. That's all. That's all I have to say. Right? Right. Wait a minute. Wait. That's the wrong one. Girl, I thought I was just down here to get a green card. I just came down to get a green card. I just came down here to dance for y'all. What's all this babies and stuff? Right? No, baby, you right on time. You right on time. Double T. Y'all right on time. Y'all right on time. Y'all right. The refreshments are in the back. You are right on time. So that's where I am with it. Also, I think it's very important to, when we are judging, right? They say we listen, we don't judge, but we be judging. When I feel like an opinion is a judgment. So when we judge, we have to believe or understand. No, we don't have to believe, but we have to understand what lens am I looking through to judge you? What framework am I using to judge you? Am I using the idea that you should be married and then have a baby? Am I using that idea to judge you? Am I using that framework to judge? You understand what I'm saying? What template are you using to judge Latto from? Because I think, like I said on my post on the community wall, social constructs are developed for us to be controlled, right? And when you wake up, you realize, oh, these structures are here to control me. Once you have a certain level of understanding and you ascend to a different frequency, those frameworks that are governing people in order to control them don't apply anymore. Does that make sense? I feel like the only way I feel like she fucked up is because I don't feel like introducing a baby to her like life right now is beneficial. But we said that about Cardi B, and that bitch ain't skipped a beat. I remember when Cardi B got pregnant, I was like, you go back and watch my video. I was like, oh, why You know, I was like, why, girl? Why would you do that? And then I was like, girl, she's gonna fuck her whole career up. I was really down here saying that. I can't say that anymore. And then he's married. Is he married? I don't know, because people be married, right? That's another thing. People be married and you're looking at them through the framework of this male-centered traditional lens, right? You're using that to judge them. And a lot of people, because I've been doing my reading, a lot of people that you think that a lot of people who are married, like in a heteronormative like type situation, those people, their relationship dynamics are not traditional. You're looking at them because we've been socialized. When we look at a couple, that it's a straight monogamous relationship, right? You can look at Hunting Wives and get a glimpse of that, where the people on the outside of it and that are upholding these ideas of you should be doing this, you should be married, you should be this, you should be that. But then in their real lives, the husband is getting pegged. The wives are it's BDSM going on with the wife and the husband and the other women in the community. Men claiming that they leave women after they cheat on them. It's a lot of men who do not leave, y'all. And you would be surprised. We always talk about men leaving women when they get pregnant or they have an affair or something like that. No, there are couples out there where the man has not left and that woman has cheated on him multiple times. Right? The women are out telling, oh, my relationship is this, and this, and this, and they're swingers. But because society says this is the way you should present your relationship, we actually don't know the dynamics, right? They could really be practicing Islam over there. And 21 Savage, his last name is like Ben Salim something. And from my understanding, Ben is like the son of whatever in Arabic. And then I think, yeah, is it Ibn? Ibn or Ben? It's like daughter, my mother of, or son, something like it. Ibn and Ben are the two. I can't remember how it goes. But they could really be practicing Islam over there. And he could be, I have two wives or two girlfriends or whatever, right? So I think that's like, we have to like, look at like, okay, okay, thank you. Okay, and Ibn is daughter of. Okay, thank you. I couldn't remember which one it was. But yeah, so when I look at Latto, I'm like, why? Girl, why? But we don't know what the fuck they got going on over there. So when we judge, when everybody comes to the front to judge, because I can read some comments, they're all coming from a hetero Christian, right? That's the framework that people are using. He's married, right? Papoose and Remy Ma, they're married. Clarissa's really over there with a married man, but he's not married. He's just in the state, in the courthouse, he's just legally married to Remy Ma. Remy Ma has moved on. He has moved on. So now it's just become a joke, like you over there with somebody's husband. But Papoose is not Remy Ma's husband. Right? Yes. Yes. Ben is son of, and Ibn is the daughter. So I don't know what's going on. Yeah, and my issue, like outside of that, my issue with Papoose and Clarissa is that he's 17 years older than her. I don't like it. That's what I don't like. Papoose is upstairs, honey, with his with his jailhouse meal, honey. He got some white rice, a slice of bread, 4 pieces of spinach, and some boiled chicken. So that's what I'm saying. So now when I'm like, okay, I'm looking at these girls, and if I'm judging them, I'm like, I wouldn't have done this now, but she's actually rolling it out as a part of her project, which I think like I might as well capitalize off of this, you know. Clarissa Shields, here, let's look it up real quick. Clarissa Shields is 31 years old. She just had a birthday on March 17th. So she's a Pisces. That's why she's over there. All her eyes look like they crossed every time she's around Papoose. Yeah, she's 31. I think he has a child almost the same age as her, or close, or a little younger than her. And then at the end of the day, we know that Latto is a pick-me. Latto is a pick-me. Right? Did she say she sleeps her man, she shits her man, she eats her man, it's her man, her man, her man, her man. Clarissa, she acts like she's completely like goony goo goo over Papoose. That's embarrassing. Even Megan then put a line in her acting in her rap in that remix with Juvenile. Some say she acting like Clarissa over her Papoosey. Something she said, I don't know. Yeah, it's the Pisces. Pisces. Shout out to the Pisces. Then she made that song. It's embarrassing. The whole thing is embarrassing. But for Latto, that's where I am with Latto. We can't pontificate it on it too long because it's like, girl, it's done. She has a baby. I don't know if I would have had one with 21 Savage, but they've been together for a long time. It's the world's best kept secret and everybody knows what it is. And so she's finally popping out and they rolling out together, right? He got the hand on the belly. I'm sure the album cover, I don't know what it's going to look like. So yeah. I know couples where all the children are for different men, none by the husband, but they all have his name. They remained married till death did them part. Death did them part. There is something on Netflix, an age gap type of show on Netflix, which is weird considering the times that we're in. I don't think we should be even promoting no shit like that. Yeah, because 21 Savage really looks like the evil villain in the story. So I don't know. That's another thing. I don't know what the girl that for me. I maybe because I'm a Libra rising. I can't. You not gonna be ugly jumping up and down on me. You have to be pretty. Your face has to be like, yes. I cannot have no ugly nigga jumping up and down on me. Girl, what? No, you have to be pretty. You have to be beautiful. Right. You look like a whole Muppet, like a whole gremlin, man. Ugh. Shout out to the Libras. I'm a Libra rising. You got to be pretty, honey. You cannot be looking crazy, jumping up on top of me, putting your body on me. And smell pretty. Yeah, it has to be a whole thing, baby. Yeah. Is you 21 Savage? Our girl wouldn't even look twice at him. And you know why the girls be going with the ugly dudes? Because he got the money. Girl, because he got the money. That's why. Real handsome like. You understand what I'm saying? Girl, you cannot be. I don't even know what the girls see in the ugly niggas and then be fighting over ugly niggas too. Sorry if your nigga is ugly. Some of the girls like ugly men. Remember the girl on Bell Collector? She said she likes her niggas a little ugly. I had a friend too who liked her niggas a little ugly, a little medium ugly nigga. I'll be like, girl, how could you do that? You be letting him climb on top of you? You got to be real drunk off shrooms, everything. The Molly, you got to go to Dwight. You got to make a stop at Dwight Howard's house to get the kilo, the gallon bag of whatchamacallit, of snow. I don't know what was going on. Right. I'm not about to do that. Wait, I'm not about to do that. Not the sleep paralysis demon. You can't come over here. You better get out of this bed. She told you. She said it on the she put it out for everybody. Girl, it ain't his face. Y'all be talking about Jay-Z's Q. Where? Yes, we are live, honey. Yeah. The body got to be on point. Yeah. So who are we talking about next? Okay, so we got over Shyne and Brandy, Latto. I'm looking at the time. Latto. Latto. And now we want to talk about Dr.Simone and Toya at the Hawks game. I think that was a Hawks game with King. I don't know if they were with them, but they took pictures with him. So, girl, teeth and gums are down there. Teeth, gums, and Kirk are down there with Kirk. And this is what I said on Twitter. So I want to see if you guys can see a picture. Okay. There is a picture. Hold on, let me save this as a draft. I'm going to hold this up to the screen so that you guys can see it, because I don't feel like I know I can put it on my screen. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Hold on, let me just go to Twitter. And then I think I can put it on the screen. But hold on, let me just push this to the side a little bit. Okay. Hold on a second. I'm about to get this together. Hold on a second. Hold on, it's telling me to put in my password. Hold on. There we are. Okay. Let me go back. Okay, we're still here. All right, perfect. All right, let's go here. And then window. Share window on screen. Okay. Hopefully I got it. Hold on a second. Okay. All right. Profile. Okay. Okay. You see this? Y'all see that? That's Dr. Simone on the right. On my right. right? And then Toya and Kirk. Remember, doesn't this look familiar? Didn't they do the same thing with Gregory and Sweet Tea? And they confirmed last night that Sweet Tea is not friendly anymore with Simone or Toya. So for me, this, you guys are doing this again, okay? This is what I said. Same old tired play. Get some new material, whack bitch. We've done this already with Dr. G and Sweet Tea. And neither talk to Sweet Tea anymore. This is some whack ass shit. Simone and Toya are some tired ass bitches for this again. They can't even think of a new play. This is some old, this is old. This is an old play. Old, tired, dusty ass playbook. This is whack. Now, when Quad wears his ass out, her ass out, her ass out, I don't want to hear nothing. This is the reason why Quad says that y'all are co-workers and not her friends. I think it's so whack for women to befriend someone's ex-boyfriend, especially when y'all weren't really cool when they were together. It is so weak to me. And for her to be smiling this hard and then say, I just try to be nice, consistent to everybody. I know it's messy as fuck. Or you could have said, hey, King, we ran into King at the Hawks game. But y'all taking pictures. Didn't you just tell him he was a chauvinist, Simone? You just told this man he was a chauvinist, didn't you? And now you look like if Cecil wasn't around, you might want to scrub your pocketbook on his washboard. I don't like it. Too old to be this petty. Not even that, but y'all are claiming to be her friend. So we know that you're not friends. Y'all are not friends. We know this by now. So when Quad cusses them out, I don't want to hear nobody. Tired assholes, get a new scheme. Of course, I don't see anything wrong with this. Why stop a friendship? They weren't friends. Just because your coworker broke up with them. Okay, so we're clear. They're coworkers. So they're not friends. So you're saying it's okay for them to hang out. I don't. I think it's whack. Here, I don't want to hear shit about Quad not fucking with them outside of filming anymore. They did this with Greg, even after everything, did it with King. They got issues. I think it's whack as hell. Now, how do I get this thing off my screen? Okay. I did that, huh? Okay. I can do it. I can put the other stuff on the screen. Mind you, these two are the same ones that gets mad when Quad treats them like coworkers. They do. They know exactly what they're doing, but what's crazy is it's whack. You did it already. Y'all need some new material. Weak bitch. Especially Toya. Simone just looks crazy as hell. But you know, I think also another issue that Simone has with Quad, Cecil really likes Quad. Cecil really likes Quad. I think he really likes her. Not like in a romantic way. I think he really likes Quad. And I can imagine Cecil saying, you know, Quad is going to have something to say about this. You know, she's going to wear you out. Yes, we glad Trap House Lucy whacked Toya over the head with her clutch in the first season. That's what you get. Toya being messy. I don't know where Toya is getting this fandom from, but I guess the fandom shows up depending on who the the other person on the other side. So if it's Quad, a lot of people don't like Quad. They don't like her personality. She thinks too highly of herself, a la EJ Johnson. She thinks too highly of herself. She walks into the room. She owns that motherfucker. The girls don't like it. They don't like Quad. They don't like the over dramatic. They don't like the voices. She's going to give you character. You know what I'm saying? And you know why they got into a fight, right? Because Toya was down at the beauty salon gossiping about Mariah's child, saying that Aiden adopted Mariah's child, and Mariah's child doesn't know that Aiden is not her biological father. She pulled a Giselle. Your daddy ain't your biological daddy. She pulled a Giselle and got her ass beat the way that Monique should have beat Giselle's ass. Hello? Well, listen, I feel like I didn't like how Quad treated Mariah. I think Mariah wanted Quad to remain in a certain position, and they weren't ready for this hood ghetto, because Toya was calling Quad ghetto in season 1. She's ghetto. Girl, you have on blue eyeshadow. I think Mariah wanted to keep Quad in a certain position, and she wasn't ready for Quad to come to the front and steal the show. I think that is what kind of broke down the relationship. Yes, I'm down here, girl. Right. But girl, they arch their backs and fall out on the floor, honey. She said, "Your mama, oh my God, she's so mean." But then you up there posing with King, talking about we friends. Girl, y'all are whack. I think that is so whack. I do. That's why I'm glad Steve is getting in Eugene's ass, because nobody else is. None of the men are. I think they really thought, because Quad was supposed to come in. She's not supposed to have that confidence. And then Simone has been like trying to, I don't know if she wants to be Quad's accountant, but she's been counting Quad's money since season 1. How do you afford this? How do you do this? And then like telling Quad she needs to, with Gregory, you need to give that man a baby. He's not getting any younger. Girl, first you clocking my bank account. Now you clocking my pussy bill, bitch. You got too much time on your hand. How are you a OBGYN? You got all this time to count people's money and look up people's houses and shit. VIN numbers and shit. Girl. They want to humble Quad, just like they was trying to humble EJ all last week. Excuse me. Yeah, because that Steve is justified in his feelings for Eugene, and it's weird how people are acting like they don't understand what his and Mimi's issue with the Harrises are. Exactly. Mimi, I feel like Mimi clocks Toya. Toya does not like it, and she's not afraid to call Toya out on the behavior that she's demonstrating. Toya doesn't like it. I just saw an interview with Mimi saying people who are not willing to take accountability for their behavior hate when a therapist is around. They hate when a psychologist is around. They hate that. Yeah, Quad is a Taurus. So Mimi, I don't know why Toya needs this defending. She's always needed somebody on her. Quad has been on her, but now Mimi is on her. Like I could understand why Toya has an issue with Quad, right? Quad has been on and Heavenly. I could see why, but the going to like cozy up to their exes, every ex I cozy up to, every man I get with, after I'm done with him, you're gonna cozy up to him. That's whack. Now with Mimi and Steve is clocking the way that Toya is treating Mimi with this whole Med Gala thing. So because your wife has an issue with my wife, she's going to be petty as she is and leave my wife out of details about this Med Gala. So now I don't want to have nothing to do with it. We're not getting no table. Is your family coming? Is your family coming? What's your family? Is your family in? Is your family? My family is out. Why in the hell would Eugene and Toya believe that the Med Gala, which everybody comes to, that Mimi and Steve would not come to? What gave you that impression that they weren't coming at all, to the point where you didn't tell them that they needed to buy tickets? So you thought that a cast member wasn't going to show up to a production of the Met Gala? Toya and Eugene, did y'all really think that? And I think where Eugene is messing up is he really, really wants to back up his wife. And I think he should. But you're backing her up on bullshit, and you're looking crazy while doing it. And then for Toya to sit on Carlos King and make insinuations about the girls. Everybody knew what Toya was talking about when she said the girls or the boys like Steve. But your husband demonstrates behaviors that everybody questions whether he's masculine enough. But you're going to sit up here and talk about Steve because he wears a Louis Vuitton shirt? Y'all are whack this season. This season they have been so, and Eugene, because Eugene wants to back, and I have a feeling that Toya tells Eugene to back me up. And he does it. And like, yeah, you're supposed to do that as husband and wife, but you backing up bullshit. That's why it's a better look to be like Damon and just back all the way up. I'm letting them say whatever because I can't defend what my wife is saying. I'm not about to defend Heavenly because Heavenly be saying crazy stuff. Let the women do what they do. Stop getting involved because you feel like your wife is being mistreated some way when she's been a goddamn Tasmanian devil since season 1. Toya ain't no goddamn victim. For her husband to be coming to the front, like now we questioning your integrity because you're backing up some bullshit. Steve, I feel like Steve, here, the Harrises tried and failed to embarrass Steve and Mimi. However, the real embarrassment is that both Steve and Mimi donated more than a box of Harris Twitter's wine, girl. Listen, the wine is not enough. Steve and Mimi donated what they gave in a scholarship. Last season, they donated what they gave in a scholarship this season. Last season, Mimi and Steve donated the value of what they gave out this year in scholarships. Donated and didn't buy a ticket last year. That's why Steven said there are people in here who can buy all this art off the wall. And there's some people in here who can only buy a ticket. What makes you think that two of the main cast members, opening credit cast members, weren't going to show up to the Med Gala because they said my family is out because your wife is being petty to my wife and not including her? And because she's not including her, now all of a sudden it's like, did you know that Mimi was the head, started her own 503 at Morehouse and blah, blah, blah? No, you didn't know that because you was being a petty bitch and you didn't ask her. You didn't include her. That's why you didn't know. The fake designer implication was tacky. Crazy enough, Miss Two-Story Closet. Do you see how she came dressed to the Med Gala? Miss Two-Story Closet. Are you jealous because every designer we see you in is only a t-shirt with the designer logo on the front of it in rhinestones? Hello? Has anybody, for Toya to be questioning anybody's fashions, girl? Girl, but you threw a party for a Birkin bag, but can't donate money for a charity event. Toya is not no damn victim. And Eugene is positioning himself like they just wanted to see you fail, girl. I mean, what we can say about Toya is she can throw a good party, but she should not be in charge of the gala parties or the donations or anything like that. But you mad at Mimi. What are you mad at Mimi for? Because Mimi can see you. That's why you mad. That's why it's not going to make sense. What are you mad about? You got an attitude with Mimi. And then when Mimi shuts you down and not like when they were in Fort Lauderdale, and Mimi was like, this is about Simone and Heavenly. Why do you keep interrupting? Then when you interrupt, you make it about yourself. This is between Simone and Heavenly right now. Be quiet. I thought we agreed that you was going to be quiet. And now you got an attitude in the pool. You got an attitude about it. And then when Mimi calls it out, like maybe you want there to be conflict because you thrive in chaos. If you didn't thrive in chaos, you wouldn't have taken a picture with King down to the Atlanta Hawks game. You want to keep shit stirred up. And then when Quad wears her out, then what? Miss Two-Story Closet. I don't think it's right. I feel like I don't think it's right. I don't even know, like, what do you have in common? Because I knew that something was up when Ashton, is that the oldest one, was running around in that Ferrari and she thanked King for it. Right? She thanked King for the letting them rent a car for the kid to drive a Ferrari. Yeah, that's another part. And I forgot this, that she said that Toya, that Quad was tacky for having the pool party at her house where her niece died. Toya is not no victim. I'm sorry. That's why I am with it. She's too new to the show to comment on Toya. What? Isn't this her second season? I think she's well within her right. If I'm engaging with you, I have a right to talk about how I experience you. Every time it's a t-shirt with a logo. Where are the rest of the fashions? This is supposed to be wearable art. You are the hostess. And you come in a goddamn wet seal dress with some slides on and some carnival paint on your face. And now you down there smiling with King, showing all your teeth and your gums, both of them. They ought to be ashamed of themselves. That looks whack to me. I wouldn't even feel right. Like, let's go take a picture with King and post it. Again, we're gonna do this again. There's nobody in the group that's like, hey, didn't y'all do this with Sweet Tea? It looks weird. Don't do that. Don't do that, y'all. That's what I would have been saying. That's what I'm saying. I can't wait to the reunion. The reunion comes on tonight, right? I can't wait. And hopefully it's brought up the way that Toya's been acting. Isn't she in the first chair? The way that Toya's been acting this whole season. But I want to see what she attributes her behavior to. Because every year it's something. It's always like, oh, I'm getting what was it? I'm PMSing. What was that thing where she says when she was going off they were in the Bahamas, I think, and she said she was PMSing or something. She was saying something about her hormones or something. She was blaming it on something. Hey, girl, I'm so tired of her. Oh yeah, that's what it was. She switched her birth control, so she was acting. So do you keep switching your birth control? Because how come the behavior is consistent throughout the years? So how often do you switch your birth control, girl? Because this keeps going. What's going on with you? Why are you a hater? Why do you befriend your cast members' exes? Why do you do that? And then like be online like, look at us. It's so weird. Yes, hey Rodney. Yes, we are. We are live, honey. People keep victimizing Toya's history, and I can't take it. She's no victim. Like, do you understand this woman's history on the show? That's why somebody said it in my comments, and I pinned it. Here, I'm gonna go to the video. I pinned it because I was like, this is exactly everything that Toya has done. And why are we acting like she's like, and then when Mimi gets on the show and clocks it, now all of a sudden Mimi shouldn't have an opinion on Toya? Why? Where is the damn video? Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, here it is. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. He said if you can't, oh, hold on. Okay. Here it is. Here's the comment. Oh, can I bring it up? I'm gonna read it. Toya is the only person, listen to this. Toya is the only person to have 2 physical fights. She had her friend Carmitha slap Anila. And then on this season, when Anila was at the pool party and Toya acted like she was crying, and Anila tried to hand her a tissue to wipe her face, Toya snatched the tissue and then gave an order to Anila to go do something. Go back and watch it. Okay? Second, and she has fallen out with everyone. Hold on here. Thank you for the super chat, Rodney. When Quad started calling Eugenia again, and cursing Simone and Toya out next season, I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear anything either, y'all. I don't want to hear nothing. Nothing. And she had fallen out with everyone. Heavenly, Simone, Jackie, Quad. She hated her from season 1, called her ghetto. She said it was tacky to have a party in the pool her niece died at. Anila, Audra, Mariah talked about her child being adopted. Carrie, Mimi, Angel, Jocelyn was going to beat her ass at Buffy's house. Toya is the worst person on the show. The people be asking for evidence. I mean, here it is. Crazy as hell. And Eugene is looking real crazy because he's backing her up and it's wrong. And he wants Damon, like, and everybody wants Damon to do the same thing, but no, people want Damon to check Heavenly for her behavior. But why? He knows that this is my wife. I'm not going to get involved. I'm going to let her say what she wants to say. As long as she don't say nothing, nobody says anything to me, I'm good. Let those women fight. The way that Eugene is acting is as if Toya is not an aggressor. She's not assertive. He acts like she's a wimp. She can't defend herself. But it's crazy because everybody noticed how she talks to you. And you don't defend yourself. And we're not watching you defend yourself. This was the first time I ever heard Eugene cuss at Toya. The first time. Thank you. You want to see Damon check Heavenly for going at it with towards your wife? Maybe if I was Eugene, I would say, I don't know, can you talk to your wife? Because your wife says stuff about me. And I feel like she should leave me out of her arguments with Toya. Can you talk to her about that? Yeah, I'll talk to her. He probably won't. But I can see that. But I don't know what else Eugene is going to get out of them. And she enjoys it because now you're down at the Hawks game taking pictures with King. And now when Heavenly says something, whoever else says it's anything, you're going to be like, my wife, my wife. Yeah, they always talking about my wife. And then when a lot of the people don't like, quote unquote, like Toya because of the way she talks to Eugene. And she doesn't just deserve Eugene. But Eugene is backing her up in the way that she deals with other people. So now it's making it look like Eugene, like, I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get the behavior. And I feel like it is misdirected. But I don't think he's going to say, what are you going to say to Damon about his wife? Your wife is just as bad. Now, if Damon says your wife is just as bad, if not worse than my wife is not on here physically fighting anybody. Your wife has been. My wife hasn't fallen out with every single person here. And the people that are no longer on the show. Do Toya and Carrie still talk? Happy Angie B. I think he's doing too much. I think he should really stay out of it. Like, if somebody says something to Eugene has every right to say something back to them. That's how I feel. Because you say something about, I'm going to say, you're not going to say, oh, can you please refer to my wife to defend me when you talk about, no, I don't have time for that. Don't nobody have time. It's too much paperwork around that. But the way that you're defending your wife, you really act like she's not an aggressor. That's the crazy part. You act like she's a wimp. And then everybody thinks you're actually the wimp. And they want to save you. And they be defending you. We don't like the way your wife talks to you, Eugene. But you want everybody to be nice to her. They just wanted to see you fail. Did she want to see them succeed? Did y'all want to see them succeed the last 2 times? You didn't donate? You thought that your wine donation was equivalent to a donation to the foundation? Steve did say, are you trying to be one of the women? Yeah. And Steve said something else that I didn't like, where he tried to ask. She did that. Toya is crazy. She ain't no damn wimp. Stephen also said that he called Eugene Bush. Like you took you're your wife's wife. You're your wife's wife. You said Toya probably needs to be on the show with her actual friend group. I agree. Toya doesn't seem happy in the group of the ladies. She's on edge all of the time and defensive. And then it's not as if she's not contributing. Like nobody's doing anything to Toya. Nobody's doing anything to her. Y'all tell me what somebody is doing. What is Quad doing to Toya for her to go down there and take pictures with King? What did she do to her? What has Quad done to Toya? I'm waiting. Besides call her husband Eugenia and say, y'all need to move in a mobile home because y'all stay on the move. What is the psychosis of these women? Right? I don't understand that. Like, I need somebody to explain to me. Yes, because they both petty. Why are you taking pictures with my ex? Y'all are whack. Y'all are so whack. Oh, my nose is feeling dry. That's why, and that's why the girl don't like Mimi. And the people don't, why I don't understand why people are like, why is Mimi all in it? What you talking about? She's a cast member. What the hell? She's not even just a friend of, she's a cast member. Now paging Dr. Mimi. And then on the other side of it, they're acting like, well, Steve don't work. He works for his wife. Okay, if it's a family business, oh, the husband's not going to be in front answering the phones and doing the things. Like he don't have no job. It sounds like they running a family business to me, and the mama is the doctor. Toya said Quad called to pray with her about her dad being sick. That's nice, right? Isn't that nice? That's nice. I feel like is that nice? I feel like that's nice. I don't know. Toya be acting weird as hell, and then I don't get why people are acting like she's some victim. And you know what? You know another thing that I don't like. Like, can I just say this? I don't like where we're like, who started it? Who started it? Who started it? Girl, they're just gonna be fighting forever. Toya is not going to like Mimi because Mimi can look at her and be like, girl, do you want chaos? Do you want confusion? It seems like that's what you thrive in. Yeah. Right. Let's really talk about it. No, baby, Cecil is the one that doesn't have a job. Like, what's going on? Yes, I'm live, honey. Quad has tried with all the women. They got salty ever since Sister Circle. They won't let it go. Jealousy, in my opinion. Simone has said over and over and over again that she thinks Toya is not that bright. She thinks Toya is stupid. But because Heavenly is hanging out with Jackie and you're not able to live the life, Simone, that Quad is living, you really wish she was able to live that life. So you got some issues with her. You you want to clock how much money she makes. You want to clock whether or not she's having a baby with Greg, when she can have a baby with Greg. Like, come on. What is this obsession with Quad? And then every time, do y'all just want to feel the essence of Quad from the men that she leaves? She lets them go and y'all go to the men and try to cozy up with the men. What is it? Do you want to get Quad's essence off of these men? Why do y'all do that? I just want to feel what Quad, right? Because why are y'all hugged up on King like that? You was just calling him a chauvinist the other day down in Jamaica. I am so confused. They want, I guess they want the lingering effects of Quad's essence on these men. He came in there with his shirt unbuckled and his opening up, his shirt out, his stomach out, his little flabby titties. Sweet Tea and Simone and them, they don't even talk. So y'all are whack with your raggedy broke ass. And let's see what I want to see what Simone says her issue with Quad is this season. Quad doesn't come around. Well, we have some evidence that you have been cozying up to King. So why do you think Quad would come around you? She's broken up with this man. She's let him go. I think in a lot of friend groups, real friend groups, women, when the girl is done with the man, her friends don't. They might see him at the Hawks game and be like, "Oh, there's King. Say hi to King." And that's it. They may not even say anything, but they damn sure ain't taking a picture with the nigga and posting it. That is so musty to me. Carrie Cookie, thank you for the super chat. It's refreshing to have someone like Mimi hold Toya accountable. I hope that she comes back next season. I want to see Toya hyperventilate when Mimi takes over the Med Gala and raises more money. I think it would be a great idea next season for Mimi to host the Med Gala. And I think in the next season, Quad host. And then the next season, let Simone host. Let's see which of the girls can raise the most money. I think it would be a cute little competition for a good cause in the name of charity. And let's see who can bring the girls out. Because you raised $10,000 off of some tickets and split it and gave it to two girls. What is $5,000 for medical schools? That's like what, 3 books? Girl, they be getting on my nerves. They do. Yeah. Let Contessa do it, girl. When I tell y'all that will look like y'all are having a party at a, I don't know. Contessa was just honored. When I was looking up the Met Gala, when I was trying to do my little research and see, like, do they have a website and stuff like that? I saw a Met Gala where Contessa was honored. She was their keynote. She looked really pretty too. She had like this, I think she had on blue or something like that. I saw it online. But it was some kind of Med Gala. I don't know whose Med Gala it was for, but Contessa was the keynote at that Med Gala. Yeah, I think it's whack. I don't associate in any capacity with my friends' exes after a breakup. The ex and everyone that came with them simply no longer exist. Like, why are you? And then like some people will see like, oh, and then they'll go back to Quad and be like, oh, we saw King down to the Hawks game. We said hi, but y'all like this. And then like Simone is like up underneath him. Like, girl, what? I know Cecil was like, y'all know Quad is gonna have something to say about this. They still have to pay for the room and board in addition to it. Right. $5,000. I know they were probably very thankful because $5,000 is better than no $1,000. Right. But hold on, let me do this. Do I have this right? Okay. I think I'm right here. Okay. A lot of people don't like Heavenly, but I think Heavenly will be missed on the show if she goes. She's entertaining. What the crazy part is, Heavenly this season was a friend. She wasn't even in the intro. It was no Paige and Dr. Heavenly. She wasn't even paged, girl, and she showed up to every motherfucking episode. They didn't even page our girl. And she was there. I think he does too, not in a romantic way. I think he'd be looking at Simone like, girl, that's a mess. I know he'd be like that. You know, Quad is going to have something to say about that. Andy told them they should have reached out to him about donating. Thank you, Rodney. Simone said out of her own mouth, she wants a condo in downtown Atlanta. Simone really wants to be free like Quad, but Quad and everyone else convinced her to stay with Tammy's boyfriend, Cecil. It's no shade. It's no shade. Girl. I think she is really envious of Quad's freedom. I think she really is. I hate when people feel the need to be cool with everyone so they can move, so they move like Toya and Simone. Sometimes integrity requires you to make a choice, and clearly they chose cola champagne, girl. Girl, right. Heavenly did more as a friend than Jackie did as a full-time cast member. Okay. If Heavenly leaves, I don't know what they're gonna do. Because what is Toya gonna do? They're gonna just get on Quad? They need to bring another baddie nurse on there, a baddie anesthesiologist. I've been saying I want an anesthesiologist on there. Can y'all find an anesthesiologist to come on? Because I tell you, they be rolling in the dough. They be rolling in the dough. They make a lot of money. It's like a lot of money. Got the money. They got the money. Girl, I love that. You know, I have it in my phone where Heavenly says, who is Tammy? Who the fuck is Tammy? Fuck Tammy. Who is Tammy? Girl, if I was Quad next season, I'm going to do a little golf classic, right, for the men and the women. And guess who's going to be the host? Cecil's golf buddy, Tammy. That's what needs to happen. That's what needs to happen. Yes, they got the money. Yeah. We need to invite Tammy on the show. We don't know nobody Toya been with. Toya been married to Eugene so long. We would have to go too far back for Eugene to even care. We have a surprise host for our golf classic. I want to throw a golf classic, and we're going to have a surprise host. Y'all are going to be so excited. I can't wait for y'all to see who's going to be the host. Y'all are going to be really excited, especially you, Simone. You're going to be real excited. Here she comes. Here comes Tammy. Who the fuck is Tammy? Here she comes. Hello, everyone. You may not know me or been properly introduced to me. You may have heard about me, but I'm Tammy. Tammy Whammy. Yes, I'm down here and I'm hosting the first golf classic. And watch Simone's face drop. Thank you, Rodney. When my friends break up with their boyfriends, I start acting like Keke Palmer. If I bump into them, I don't know this man. Sorry to this man. I'm sorry, I don't know you. And really, you might not even tell her you saw them. That's how it doesn't matter. Like, who is that? But the picture is crazy. The pose is crazy. And I don't know how, like I said, when Toya said Eugene and King hang out, but King and Mendices also hangs out. Okay, Quad. I mean, Toya. Because if those paths cross, where now Dr. Eugene is hanging out with Kirk in Montenegro, you better watch out. King is single. You better watch out. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Them hoes is coming to town. Hadn't let them become friends with each other and those paths cross. Mandisi and King hang out. Girl, they said that girl allegedly. I mean, ER. What show can we reference where everybody in the goddamn hospital is screwing in the closets, in the pharmacy closet, the pharmacy techs, the down in the pharmacy, in the mop closet? That's what they say. They said the people, the nurses and the doctors. Mm-hmm. Girl, all the straight men in Atlanta, single, married. Right. They married, they single, they married and they single. They single and married. Mm-hmm. They all straight. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Strictly dickly. No, they not strictly. Well, they might be. I mean, they not strictly dickly. Y'all strictly dickly. They not. They dickly in some kind of way, but not strictly. Them hoes is coming to town. Better not pout. You better not cry. Talking about ho, 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 bitch. Invite another nurse on this motherfucking show. Hello? From the quad, make friends with one of them nurses down to the place where Eugene works, and then introduce them to the show. Oh my God, she works at my hospital. Uh-huh. Show them hoes. I'm inviting Tammy to the golf classic, and we getting another cast member, a nurse that works with Eugene. Y'all wanted to be down at the Hawks game taking pictures with King. I felt it was only appropriate to let Tammy host this thing, okay? I got story for days, and don't let them go out of town for medical conferences. Girl, let me tell you something. I've seen documentaries on the medical conferences, okay? Baby, when I tell you it's worse than a goddamn fraternity and a sorority party, you think it's worse than an NFL party when the bitches come to town. Let them doctors and nurses and nurse practitioners and anesthesiologists and surgeons get together, bitch. So if we want to talk about what's happening in the medical community, let's do it. Quad, you better get on it. You better get on it. Hold on, let me go back up. I felt I saw super chat. Thank you, Carrie. That season, Quad had the fake funeral. They said she needs to let stuff go, but they keep antagonizing her. I'm not even a fan like that, but they do Quad so dirty. Let the chopper sing next season, Quad. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, invite your girl. Invite her to the golf classic. Uh-huh. Have her give out the prizes, the auction. She's gonna be the auctioneer. We're gonna do a silent auction at the golf classic as well. Hey, Brandy. We're just down here chit-chatting. The stethoscope community. Let's bring them out. Bring them out. Bring them out. Since y'all want to fucking play. I'm sorry. I think that is so whack. Invite Mama Trap House Lucy. Invite her too. Invite the nurses. Quad needs to bring on another shaped like a figure 8 nurse. She needs to bring another nurse on there and somebody. And then we're going to bring Tammy to the golf classic. And then we're going to bring Curtis's mistress. Well, Jackie hasn't done anything to Quad, so we'll leave Curtis out of it. We'll leave Curtis out of it. Okay. Is that his name? Curtis? Cecil. What we got to do with Cecil? I don't know what we could do with Cecil, because I think Cecil be like, don't do that. I really think he'd be like, do not do that. Yeah, Eugene has lost so many cool points with me. He really has. Hold on, y'all. Hold on one second. I'm still talking. I got to get my nose together. I didn't want y'all to think I was down here doing any. He got the money. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want y'all to think I was down here doing he got the money. That's the new code word. Shout out to Rodney, the voice. And the gag is people that don't like Quad will say Quad needs to be gone, but she really is the storyline for the girls. Yes, she is. Like everybody is like centered around Quad. Yeah, that's what we're gonna say from now. He got the money. You know they on that. He got the money. He got the money. I'm trying to get it together, girl. So y'all don't be down here thinking I got the money. I mean, I got the money, but not that money. You know what I'm saying? He got the money. She really is. Her and Heavenly. Thank you, Rodney, for the super chat. Yeah, her and Heavenly. They really are. Heavenly, they didn't even page our girl Heavenly, and she was on every episode. Now, Paige and Dr. Heavenly. Girl, yeah, I got to make sure everything is right. Get it right, get it tight. Girl, that's a fool. Poor Amy. Okay, who do we have now? We've gone down the roster. Now we have talked about Shyne and Brandy. Latto. Who else? AI. Who has the agenda? Who else? Who do we talk? Oh, Quad and them. Married to Medicine. What else have we talked about? I can't remember. You're Tarty girl. Tarty. I've been down here for 2 hours and 16 minutes. That's a damn shame. I need to go. I have some more CDs I have to go donate. I know y'all hear that damn dog. I know y'all hear that dog. Okay, what else we got? Oh, we talked about Latto and 21. 21. Okay, wait, where are you at? Okay, I don't fully agree, Diva, honestly. I feel like he's doing a lot because Toya is nobody's victim. But I don't think Steve and Mimi are in the right. Okay, what are we? Let's in the right about what? In the right about what? That's what I need to know. Right about what? In the right about what? What are they wrong about? What have they done to Toya? Shout out to everybody in the chat. It's 300 in the chat. 300 in the chat. Go ahead and like the video for your girl. Thank you. Girl, if Heavenly goes and Quad goes, then that would be the end of the show. How many more seasons do y'all think that this show is gonna go on? Oh, did we talk about Justin and Usher? Well, I talked about that on the other video. Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad I can keep you company. Yeah, I gave y'all a Maxine update. She's doing good. We need a whole cast reboot of Married to Medicine. I think we could get to know some new doctors and stuff. I know, but I think they're doing good with Brandy. Like, I like Brandy on the show. I like Angel on the show. I like the cast. I don't see anything wrong with the cast. I just want them to get along. Think about they got about 4 to 5 more seasons. You think they got about 8 more seasons? Oh, we talked about Candy and Todd. It was all a lie. It was all a lie. Somebody, one of these channels will figure out what's really happening with Todd and Candy. You give it 3 more seasons. I think she really can. Because, what do we get? She could become a friend. They could stop paging Dr. Jackie. Yeah, I like them all. Like, just because you don't like a character, like even Toya, I don't think Toya should go anywhere. I just, you know what I mean? So I like Brandy, Angel. I like Mimi. I don't see why do people want Mimi off the show? Like, I mean, I think she's fine. I think Mimi is fine. I think the story with the son is good. Because it shows a different dynamic. Like, we've seen all of the dynamics, right? We've seen the wife who is doing everything in what's her name's Simone's story. We've seen the wife who gives up everything in Jackie's story, gives up her dreams and hopes and shit in Jackie's story. In Heavenly, we've seen what have we seen, Heavenly? I think this is the first time we got into Heavenly's business with the son thing. I think because Heavenly doesn't give us. Heavenly really is like, I don't know. I don't know how, the name of the position in the show. Like, she does. I don't have to give you all of this stuff. Y'all just don't like my personality. I can just give you me, and y'all don't even like me. So we can make that a part of the show, a part of my storyline. Y'all not liking me, and I'm so brash and unruly, and somehow Toya is the victim. And I don't understand how they fall like that. Like, Toya is the victim of. What is Toya the victim of? Yeah, they do, because your marriage is perfect, but then in the next scene you said you want to just slap him while he sleep. And I did forget about Audra when I was reading that comment that Toya got into it. What, didn't Toya and Audra fight? They fought. That was the two fight. That was the second fight. Thank you for the super chat. Dr. Jackie can be a friend of. Wake her up. Yeah, girl. I think she's like a friend. I think she can do friend. I think it makes sense because she's not really giving anything. It's almost like she's like, yeah, she can be a friend, a supporting cast member. I don't feel like she should be a principal cast member at all. That's all. Toya is the victim of emotional immaturity. It's so unbecoming. And then you sitting up there, all your gums, smiling with King. You whack bitch. You are a whack ass bitch. And I hope Quad tells her, you one whack ass bitch. I think Simone is good for TV. I like Simone. I don't want to get rid of Simone. I think they all are good, honestly. I think even the dynamic of all this with Eugene, like stepping in and acting like she's a victim, I think that's good for the whole dynamic of the show, because we're finally seeing like this man come to the front for his wife, and his wife is dead wrong. Damon doesn't come to the front for his wife because he knows his wife is dead wrong. Eugene acts like he doesn't know that his wife is dead wrong. And that's where I think Eugene is losing a lot of people. Like, you're acting like your wife isn't your wife when you said, you even tell her, you told us that you tell her, I'm the only one who is going to put up with your shit. So if I'm the only one that's going to put up with your shit, do you expect anyone else to put up with Toya's shit? Because if you know you the only one that will put up with her shit, but you want everybody else to put up with her shit, no, you are the only one, Eugene. That's your job, husband. That's your job. Simone, you say Simone can go? Afro Man, we talked a little bit about Afro Man only because but I don't have enough of the story to talk about him for real. Eugene has me confused. He said the ladies didn't give his wife a chance, and that's not true. The chance is here. Take this over. That's the chance. They want to see her fail. So don't fail. You mad at Mimi because you didn't include her? Then tell Eugene. That's what I'm saying. When the stuff she tells Eugene is not all the way true. You sitting in Eugene's face telling him, I didn't even know that Mimi ran a charity for Morehouse. Well, because you didn't ask her, girl. You tried to exclude her. And that's why Steven said in Jamaica, we are out, because you wanted to exclude us. But now you mad because you didn't know that Mimi organized this type of stuff before, and you probably would have been best, asking for her help instead of ostracizing her because she sees you for who you are. So now you mad and you want to leave her out, but she has the expertise that you actually need to raise more than $5,000 and give to a medical student. Heifer. Eugene is the one. He's the one that said, I'm the only one that's going to put up with your shit. That's what he said. I mean, he didn't say it like that, but he said he told her that. So you know who you are. You know who you're dealing with, but you acting like you don't know who you're dealing with. And can you say something to your wife? Why can't you tell Damon, can you say something to your wife about including me on the conversation? You know that, and then Damon's going to say, but do you know that your wife, my wife is only using information that your wife tells them about you? My wife has things to say about your wife because of the way that she talks to you. My wife does not like the way that your wife talks to you, since she doesn't respect it. She talks to you like you have a tail, and she doesn't respect it. She thinks that my wife thinks that your wife runs you to death, and she doesn't respect it. So what else were you saying, Dr. Eugene? What else do you want me to say to my wife? Because a lot of times my wife, her issues with your wife is the way she treats you. She doesn't respect your wife for the way she treats you. And then when she gets in your wife's ass, she's going to use you as a weapon. And then your wife, you know what she's going to do? She's going to come back and further emasculate you and tell you that the women are in the group chat talking about your penis size, when she could have left that out. So we're back to the way your wife treats you and people using that information when they fight her. Did you have anything else you want me to say to my wife? But also, Heavenly is misogynist. That's the main gripe with Toya and Eugene. What do you mean? But also, Heavenly is a misogynist. That's her main gripe. I think Heavenly feels like Toya should work, right? I think she feels like Toya should work. I don't think Toya should work. If that's how they have their life set up and Eugene is okay with it, nobody has Eugene trapped in a fucking basement making him work. So that works for them, but Heavenly comes from a place where you're not working, you're running your husband, you talk to your husband crazy. I don't respect that. I haven't watched Bell Collective yet. Yeah, and a lot of the people, even Carlos said it. Heavenly thinks Toya should work harder to prove she's worthy of that husband. Carlos said it. He said there are people who believe that Toya does not deserve Eugene. So that's already telling you that there's a collective of people that see that her behavior towards her husband is whack. Because why would a group of women believe that your husband doesn't deserve you? Because of the way that you treat him. That's the only thing. And that ammunition, they're going to use that ammunition. And then you're going to go back and tell your husband, and now he wants to talk to my husband about the way I talk about him. Toya got a job. It's Married to Medicine. That's Toya's job. But Toya doesn't have a backup because when this job is over, Eugene is going to go back to working at 5 different ERs and being 1,000 miles away or whatever. I don't know. It's weird to me. I haven't watched it yet. Thank you for the super chat. Did you talk about Bell Collective? I was surprised Letitia called out Glenn and Tambra. Not holding my breath for any changes though. No, I haven't watched it yet. I love yours and Rodney's take on Dr. Mimi. How are people mad because she has emotional maturity and is a psychiatrist? If you have a career, you're always thinking that way. Yeah, Eugene, he keeps blowing up, going down, blowing up, going down, blowing up. It's like, girl, are you stressed? They said it's the cortisol. They said Eugene is stressed out. I saw Letitia hollering at Glenn at that table, and I was looking like, girl, you still with him today? So what the fuck? Girl, all that damn acting and scene for the actress. You understand what I'm saying? So what else, y'all? I think it's time. It's been 2.5 hours. Any other topics? They do. That's what I see it. They like each other. They seem to get along. They have their pillow talk. They like each other. I think Toya and Eugene like each other. I think they like each other. Do y'all think that Toya likes Eugene, or do you think that she's just like, girl, he's here, he got the money? Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I don't want to see them gone off the show. And I think that's what makes us have these conversations, because there's so many different dynamics. We can't get rid of those dynamics, right? Because then we're going to have a conversation. Girl, I let the kids handle Jules. I let the kids handle Jules. I stepped in with the EJ Johnson thing, but the kids can handle Jules because they handled him throughout the internet. So I don't have nothing else to say about Jules. I would be embarrassed if I was Beyonce though. Had a whole goddamn album dedicated to the goddamn queer community, and here you come with your bullshit with a hood on in a fucking club and some glasses, talking about I ain't doing no interview. She should be. I would have been on the phone with him. Listen, nephew, I don't know what the fuck you got going on internally, but don't you ever pull no shit. Don't you take money from no community and not give them back what they gave you. You do that. You come from a family of billionaires. You ain't hard up for no motherfucking money. If you can't give back, don't take. I would be on the phone with him the next day if I was his auntie. Crazy as hell. Are you crazy? Not, especially not with, I'm Beyonce and my proximity, and you're my nephew, and you're acting like this, but you took some money from these people. Let it happen again. It's going to be a different conversation. Click. Girl. Child, that Jules situation is laughable because my community was in an upward just to turn around and have young girl. And then I saw that and I put it in the comments. Young Miami at the Open to All ballroom. Listen, she came in there still incorrect, but also, have you come to the front and said anything about, did you walk back saying that you would beat your child if he was gay? Why is she here? I would be real confused. Why in the hell is she here? I'd send Jules an invoice. You goddamn right. We want that motherfucking money back. She came to promote the song. Still wrong. Would I fire first? No. Are you firing first on the Bell Collective? I wouldn't fire him. Still wrong. She's still wrong out there. I don't like that. I feel like I just don't like that. But there's a need in so many spaces of culture where people feel the need to feel accepted, and they want to feel accepted, and being accepted by the white male heterosexual or hetero. You know, I always do this with heterosexual. Why do y'all think I always do this when I do heterosexual? Huh? Why do you think I do that? Tell me why you think I be like this, heterosexual. Because everybody is as straight as wet spaghetti. I wouldn't fire first. Girl. That's what the people say. That's what the people say. Apparently heterosexuality is the default until proven otherwise. That's what the people say. Girl, that's who she needs to fire. Excuse me. Oh, let's see. Girl. 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 I do not know why that sent me over. Girl, not the lady down there poisoning the people. They said it was a witch's brew, bitch. They said the girls is falling out. They sweating as soon as they eat. I don't know what is going on down to the gumbo shack. Girl, that shit is so funny to me. But what's crazy is the people who think that they deserve access to her. Girl, it can be in anywhere, honey. It can be in anywhere, baby. Girl, I'm sorry. Oh, girl. Mama Tina's down there. They got her in a. Did she have a bonnet on? She had a little thing on her head. She's really looking at the people like, what do y'all want from me? Damn it. They said that the food was made in one place and then shipped over to the place. And then they, oh, God. Oh, so funny. Shout out to Mama Tina, girl. Mama Tina poisoned the people. Jules is out here neglecting the kids. Not committing to everything he said he was going to do. Goddamn, what is going on? We need to make a couple of calls down to the Knowles Carter's household, please. Baby, never, ever. I ain't never doing that shit again. That would be funny if we could get a hot mic moment of Mama Tina saying, I ain't never doing that shit again. Oh, yes, I heard he was performing, next month on the 21st? Girl, the people Jay-Z is getting back to work. How much are the tickets? Everybody working. Girl, what is going on down there? And that's the truth. But what's so crazy is I think it's a little crazy to think that you can have access. I think they just want to see like, this is like, it's like, this is Beyonce's mother, right? I love Beyonce so much. This is a lady that gave birth to Beyonce, right? So you're like, you want to get close to Mama Tina. You eating the gumbo, the people giving bad reviews. Some people said it was good. I don't know. I feel like everybody's gumbo be a little different. But when I saw it, I was just like, I don't know about. It was looking a little looking a little watery to me, and I feel like, I don't know, that it wasn't supposed to look like that. Right? Everybody working. Mama Tina working, Jules taking checks, girl. Taking checks and not doing, like, you just taking checks from people and not delivering on what you were supposed to do. I wouldn't have paid Jules. I would not have paid him. He would have got, if you're gonna learn something, if you're gonna invite these motherfuckers, you pay them half when they get there. And if they don't commit to their obligation, I'm not giving you the other half. Nope. But my thing, what has he done to make him be invited anywhere? He's a model, barely, right? He's a model. And why was he invited? Because he's cute. That's subjective. I think he looks like Joanne the scammer. He really does. He really does. So they got the whole family. Mama Tina working. Jules is working. That's it. That is it. That's crazy. And that is it. They're both of them, their proximity to Beyonce. He look like Joanne the scammer. Yes, he is. Yeah, I don't think Jules is an ugly person. I don't think, I mean, beauty is subjective. It's in the eye of the beholder. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong. I mean, he's not an ugly dude. Girl, you got to be hard up. No pun intended. It's just the proximity to the person. Why would you invite her anywhere? Why would you pay for her to be? And you be so happy. You be so happy just to be close to the brother of, or the sister of, or the mama of. Yes. Right, girl, right. Beyonce said, y'all got to get out there and work. Let mama put her feet up. I'm the real big mama around here. Jay-Z is working. Jules is working. Mama Tina is working. Beyonce said, I got to put my feet up. Girl, why would you pay her to go anywhere, to be in any club or anything? Y'all just, what? Everybody working but Beyonce. Beyonce said, I'm taking a break. Everybody else, get to it. We're gonna see what's it called next. Blue. Right? I didn't help you with your hairline. I helped you with, girl, you in the modeling game because of me and my sister, right? Girl, I wouldn't invite Jules nowhere else ever in his life. Girl, they got Roomy and Blue. Where is Sir? He says Sir doesn't like the crowds. Right. They got a little baby. But what I say about Blue Ivy, I felt like to be like 12 years. How old was she? 12, 13, 12. To be 12 years old and your summer break is to go on tour with your mom. I think that is the greatest thing ever. Like, to have that experience, like, she'll probably, I mean, unless she becomes a dancer, we don't know what, Blue's road is going down. She said she ain't never seen a ceiling in her whole life. Okay. So whatever she does, But to have like that be your summer break, to be on tour with your mom and to be dancing in front, I think that is like the best, like that's the best story ever. I think that is so fly to me. I think it's great. Right. Girl, look. The crazy thing is $1 billion net worth doesn't buy rest. Sure doesn't. Beyonce selling liquor, perfume, hair care products, girl. But that is a part of it, right? And that's why they say, Toya, right? You better get you another side hustle. You better get you something else, because you can't be married to medicine. It's not going to last forever, girl. So you better get your foot planted deep into some other industry. You better become a party planner, or I don't know what the fuck, girl. Cause if the fucking Beyonce, the Carter Knowles family, everybody working, and you still sitting up there just collecting a married to medicine check, I don't know. She can't make no club appearances while she talking about age with Jackie, girl. You 50, you damn near 50 as well. You'll be 50 this coming year, this year. She's an Aries, right? Is she an Aries? Aries is coming up. You about to be 50. So you better get your feet planted firmly somewhere, Toya. Because Eugene, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. The people are saying. Northwest is out here. She's produced a song. She got a song. She produced a song. Your bestie, Miss Westy. Everybody's working. It's crazy. I would invest in Robin before Beyonce. Yeah, you see, she got off the game. Like, I think after a while, I think if you flip it and get your feet in business, then you can do the creative stuff in musically and not have to go on tour, right? And not expect the money to come from your creativity and to work to pay it back. You understand what I'm saying? Like, kind of flip it. Like, I'm going to get my feet wet in the music industry. Then I'm going to branch out and become a businesswoman. And then anything I do after that is going to be because I want to do it, not because I'm under some contractual agreement with a label, receiving an advance and doing all of these things. I can now enjoy what I really love to do, and that's sing or whatever. You got to keep that income flowing in the same rate it did to make you rich. Otherwise, you go broke, and now you got to start scamming and voting for a president who promised you tax breaks. Yikes. Listen, that's what I'm saying. Honey, if $1 billion family got to work, Toya definitely needs a plan B. Yeah, Gertie has been in all the magazines and things like that. I think if Toya, practice makes perfect, the next one gets better and better and better. I think that Toya would be good at party planning, but girl, she don't want to work. So, and that's part of the reason why folks don't respect her, especially Heavenly. Like, girl, you're not even working. And then Heavenly is almost like you're not working, but nobody's saying like, you can be using this platform to branch out, to do the things that you want to do. Even Teresa Giudice had cookbooks, right? Italian cookbooks. Like, come on. And then people just buying them on GP, right? Because it's Teresa, and they love Jersey housewives, and they're Italian, and like, this is great, But I don't know. The girl don't want to work, so whatever, girl. She don't have to work, I guess. Her husband will take care of her. That's what the people said. Girl, that's what I be tripping off of. Hell, Portia had a book. Hold on, I saw a question about Portia up here. Let me go back and see. Hold on. Here we are right here. Yay, I caught a live. Hi, Audrey. Thoughts on RHOA and whether you think Portia is exploiting her relationship Thanks for the live, Diva. Yes, of course she is. I think all of them are not. I think she's like. I think she's a. It's a scheme that Todd set up. Everything. That's why she turns into a pretzel. That's why she is a pretzel for every. She's gonna morph into whatever she needs to do to sustain the relationship for the time being. I hope she don't, she's gonna act like she's so in love and love wins. Hashtag love wins. Portia is whack to me. She's always gonna be whack to me. And I think everybody's living in a fantasy world when it comes to her. She lives in her own world. And as long as Sway is paying for the fantasy, Portia's gonna be right there. She got room and board, a little strap, a little money, a little vacation. If you can lay up under Simon Guabadia, if that's his motherfucking name, if you can lay up under him for some money and room and board, you can lay up under Sway and anybody else. Of course she's exploiting it. Absolutely. It's a storyline. It's great. I'm going to do whatever I need to do to keep this fantasy going. She's just hopping from fantasy to fantasy on lily pads, girl. Free PJ. Free PJ. Justice for PJ. Okay? Girl. Bundles and sheets. At least she got bundles and sheets in a book. Toya. What y'all think about Sway and Portia? Where? Okay. I'm a lesbian. I'm not going to lie. I was highly offended, but whatever. People putting on identity like cosplay, but whatever. Yeah, we just finished talking about that. You'll have to catch that on the replay. I gotta go. I'm looking at the time. I just got excited. Portia's always gay if you ask me. Yeah, she's gay. She in here being gay. She in here being gay. Portia needs to write another book. She needs to write another book on how to be a pretzel. Brandy says, I don't think it'll last, but she likes Sway as much as Portia can like someone she gets pleasure from. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. As long as Sway is playing, then it'll last for as long as until she gets tired, I guess. Gay for pay. Come on, gay for pay. Ugh. Portia is a trip. I cannot stand her. But girl, the people are running through the lily pads with Portia, honey. Whatever the girl wants, fantasy, the fantasy girl. I don't give them a year either. I think, and then like that, those games that she plays, people are going to get tired of that. People get tired of that real quick, unless you want to tolerate that level of toxicity. Thank you for the super chat. A pretzel. Yeah, Portia's pretzels. She's a lesbian for the storyline. That's a shame. But I think Portia likes whoever she gets pleasure from. Like Brandy just said. I think she likes whoever she gets pleasure from. She, like, literally, you were a beard, or basically you were Cordell's beard. So she was a beard. She was green card. She was a green card wife, a beard, a green card wife to Eeyore, whatever the fuck his name is. And now she's a lesbian. And then I guess in the next go round, she'll be a sugar mama for some young nigga who will twist her motherfucking pockets, and then her and Diane will live together for the rest of the ways. That's where Ashley and Sheila's headed. All right, I'm gonna go. Thank you for the super chat. Portia is bisexual for being technical, but she was secretly eating box. Come on, eating box. I want to eat my box. Isn't that what Kim said about Candy? Candy said, to eat, yeah. In the bed. Well, basically, you were Cordell's beard. When the relationship and the story is over, we're going to see Sway saying that she caught her mother eating full boxes of pizzas on her white linen. Yep. That's supply. That's exactly what it is. And then she got the glamour going on. Girl, the people are like, crazy. Nobody can say anything about Portia past her looks. That'd be the extent of Portia. Oh my God. Shit. And what else? And they'd be fighting hard to try to figure out what else it is. Her hair, her dresses. It's beautiful gowns. Beautiful gowns. You said she is. Poor Portia. No, poor PJ. Shout out to PJ. I hope she's living her life like it's golden. All right, y'all. We're coming up on 3 hours. It's time for me to go. I gotta go to the little place to get these CDs. I'm selling some of my music collection. Dwindling it down, getting it all the way down. So I gotta get ready to go. It's about to be 3 o'clock. So I'm out of here, y'all. We had a good time. Thank you for those who are here, who came and left, came back again, who made their dinners, who relaxed, smoked a little reefer. Thank you all for chilling with me today. We must do this again. Hey, Yannick, let's do this again, maybe. I don't know. You know, the stars have to be aligned, girl, you know. So we got to see. So y'all take care of each other, okay? Protect your energy. Peace. Okay, now let me figure out how to stop this thing, child. Okay, let's see.